Hi, AfterBuzzers! You're watching the AfterBuzz TV After Show for Scream Season 2, Episode 6, Jeepers Creepers. Join us as we break down the episode and give you our thoughts and predictions. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Get those peepers.
I'm scared.
Come on now.
Really setting the tone of this creepy episode. Crazy episode. Hi guys, I'm your host Katie Campbell. You can find me on Twitter at KatieEE Campbell. That's Katie with 3 E's Campbell. Joining me, next to me I have Kelly McInerney.
Hey guys, I'm Kelly McInerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo or Snapchat, Kelly McInerney with 3 L's.
Whoa, that's a lot of L's. Hi, I'm Pegah Rad. You can find me on Twitter at Pegah Rad.
Hey, I'm Michael Drew. You can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. 1 E, 1 L. No
Yeah,
E's.
no three E's.
Well, there's
going
usually
on.
2, but the regular Kelly McInerney was taken.
I like that. You flipped
how
it
dare
up.
them.
You flipped it and switched it.
The number 3 is good,
Yeah.
right? 3 E's, 3 L's. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so before we jump into tonight's episode, I just want to say thank you guys again for always commenting and telling us your predictions. You guys are awesome, and we love what you come up with, and we love reading them every week. So, and if you're not already subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. That is youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV, and you can also find us on iTunes and SoundCloud. Give us that 5-star thumbs up, leave a comment, and when you tweet us, use the hashtag ABTVScream.
We got the chat roll up,
Yeah,
too.
we got the chat roll, so tell us what you guys are thinking.
Right now.
Yeah, let us know. You guys are smart, so let's talk about
help
this.
me.
We're on episode 6 now, right?
I know.
Oh
I
my
don't-
gosh.
I don't want it to end. I feel like we're almost halfway there.
Whoa, we got
Is it-
14, right? 14
Yeah.
episodes?
Oh, okay.
I mean, not so.
Yeah, I don't want it to end. I'm
It's
like,
fine.
I don't want it to end, but I need some clues. I need more clues. Like, I'm
I feel
hoping...
like this
You
one
got
was
a-
clue-filled.
you,
Yes.
you think it was a clueful episode?
Just continue to cement my choices.
Of,
That's how I felt about it.
Of Kiernan? Right?
Kieran and
Kieran, Miss Lang.
Lang.
Miss Lang. Kiernan and Miss
Well,
Lang.
there were a lot of clues, but at the same time, it kind of made it more confusing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm afraid of? It's like when we come across moments where it looks like a clue, I'm afraid that it looks too evidently a clue.
Exactly.
So I'm afraid to
Exactly.
call it a clue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you have a part of the show happen and it looks like, oh, that must mean that this person might be the killer. I'm like, it's too obvious.
Well,
Yeah.
Right?
somewhere in there, though, they're going to throw the real clue in. So we're going to think it's all too obvious, but that one clue that they threw in out of the 10 is the truth.
So, okay, go ahead.
And I was going to say, between last episode and this episode, there are 2 main clues that lead to
Miss Lang.
Miss Lang. So that makes me think like it's too obvious because it's very like you can't not think it's not Miss Lang after these past 2 episodes.
True.
So it can't be Miss Lang, right?
But, okay, so
Am I
there's
overthinking it?
2 times in this episode where it was like blatantly obvious. One was
Yeah.
when Kieran showed up at the fun house, and then Miss Lang at the end with Mr. Branson. That was so obvious.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Also,
talk-
Miss Lang didn't have an alibi either.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
She was
We'll get
sticking
into
up.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's talk a little bit about these alibis for Miss Lang and Branson. You know, we have Brooke, who's not doing well at all. She's getting violent with her bedspread. You know, she's stabbing it. She's almost cutting her hair. The poor thing is really losing it, depressed, upset. And she decides to have Stavo, kind of the creep so far of the season, help her out with some stuff.
I'm starting to really like him.
I do.
At first I thought well, I know you do. But yeah, I think he has Brooke's back, unless he's totally acting and is being a creepy, like, fake nice person.
Took a picture with the Brandon James mask, though. That's pretty creepy.
that
I
is
know
creepy.
he's like doing good stuff, but also it's like you're not helping yourself with the creepiness.
Up with that. Why would he do that?
I think maybe because he's an artist, and maybe that inspires him. Maybe that helps him get into the mood and
I mean,
have him
could.
draw.
That's a good point. I could see that.
Did he take a picture though, or was he just kind of posing and
Yeah, there
looking?
were flashes.
Oh, there were flashes. Okay, so that's gonna just look really shady
Well, yeah,
if somebody ever finds it.
Definitely, but he could be taking pictures because he clearly is a very skilled artist, and you know, skilled artists sometimes they use pictures to help them, you know, to understand anatomy and whatnot. So he could be using that to draw off of. You know, there is somewhat of an alibi.
Okay.
But he's just He's super creepy. Him and Jake, whoever she likes, whoever Brooke likes, they got that extra weird, creepy thing. Like Jake
Or
always,
douchey.
Douchey, yes.
Yeah, douchey or creepy.
Yeah, douchey and creepy. There's a thin line between douchey and creepy. Like here, like when Stavo was leaning into Brooke a few times, I was just like, damn, dude.
He likes her.
Yeah, I know. I was like, hey, what's up?
Hey, if we ship, Mike in the chat saying if we ship Brooke and Stavo, it's Bravo.
Bravo.
Very good.
That's
good one.
That's pretty good.
I'm shipping Bravo.
Ship Bravo.
So he says that the comic.
There we go.
Bravo. He makes a comic book, right? So that's what he's doing, and he tells that to Audrey, and he's kind of saying to Audrey he suspects her as well. I feel like he's done a lot of research on this whole situation of, he's making a comic book out of it. I think he knows more than he's even letting us know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He might know her involvement.
I mean, he
No.
could, yeah, no, I don't think
No.
so. No.
Are you sure? Because he's
Yeah.
messing with her. Because he probably is trying to see how involved is she? Is she really a killer, or was she just looking shady? I need to find out for my story, my comic book. So I'm going to kind of lure her in with these weird looks, make her think I'm weird, see how weird she gets.
I think he could be just trolling her because he's
Okay.
still. I mean, she got him jumped. Like she got his ass whooped. So he's probably still a little, sore from that. So and, he just threw little jabs at her.
The only way he could really know is if he went into his dad's office and did some snooping.
But the cops don't know.
The cops don't even know.
Yeah,
Then there you
so-
go. Then I don't think he knows.
True.
I think he's just like, you're throwing the blame so much on me. There's something you're hiding,
Right.
Because she was like, look at that,
Yeah.
What
I
did
know.
Noah said? Frankenstein, what did mob or whatever? That's exactly how it kind of was.
Well, speaking of Stavo going and snooping around in the sheriff's office, he did that for Brooke, and he went and looked at Mr. Branson's file.
Yeah.
And the alibi that Branson has is that he was with Mrs. Lang Sunday night, and Sunday night is what the cops think. Sunday night or Monday morning is when Jake died. And Mr. Branson is hooking up with Miss Lang.
I know. I love that reveal.
It
Yeah,
was-
I
I
was
like
a
that.
little surprised.
That was a good one. I
Brooke
like that.
took balls though to do that, because what if he was with Miss Lang the whole time? What if she wasn't the killer?
Yeah.
And he was with her when she's like, "Oh, he was with me."
Right. She'd be
That
like,
was a
no, I was
Risky
with
move.
him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think she's got nothing to lose now.
Right.
Jake's dead. Killers are on the loose. She risked it, and I thought that was cool that she went for it. And she was like, "Yeah, I was doing him," and she just got so. I thought that was so, and I think a piece of her enjoyed it because she still probably likes him a little. There's still some connection she has to him, and the fact that he's sleeping with her, I feel maybe it was she got her in both ways. She wanted to find out about what happened if he's the killer, and you're also sleeping with my ex.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah. It's so funny that it's her teacher. And it was
know.
her previous teacher, and then now she doesn't like her new teacher because of that circumstance.
What does she call her? Blazer lady?
Yeah. Something's gonna no matter what happens after this, Brooke, if she survives, she might just end up becoming a murderer. Because she's getting so tormented. I feel like she's going to be so mentally unstable by the end of this season. Because what did Audrey say later on? She said something about Lakewood makes you into a murderer.
I don't know.
She did say that, yes.
I mean, Brooke is so different now than the season one. She's getting crazier and crazier. Now
But Emma, look at her family and stuff. You can't really compare Brooke, her boyfriend died. But her dad went crazy, and now people are assuming that she's crazy, and the killer's just tormenting her because it's a personal thing.
If if it turns out right about
Kieran.
Kieran, I like Kieran.
Anne. Yeah, but
it seems more mature.
I think if anybody's going to go off the deep end, it is Emma. I think Brooke,
Emma, okay, that'd be
she's
cool.
going through something right now, but I just don't see her becoming a killer.
Yeah.
She's
She'll
just too
snap back at it.
thank God.
Snap back into Brooke, the Brooke that we know.
Exactly.
She seemed pretty handy with those scissors, though.
Well, she was really, she's so good at playing that part when she was talking to Miss Lang, and Miss Lang kind of tried to keep her composure, but you could see it in her face that she was upset about this. And she immediately calls Mr. Branson when she gets in the car, and it goes to voicemail, and she's angry. You can hear it in her voice. She says, "You need to call me as soon as possible." And then we find out that Brooke's on the phone with him. And he answered Brooke's call, and Brooke is luring him in for a little booty call.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He's a full-on jerk.
Yeah.
He's hot though. Just saying.
But we did learn from that, like his alibi wasn't good, but also Miss Lang's wasn't. That's the important one.
Yeah, what was she
She's
really
the
doing?
killer. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
I mean, yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't.
knocking that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got nothing on her. Like, I've got nothing to say that she isn't the killer.
because probably Branson went to Miss Lang saying, please, I did nothing wrong, but be my alibi because I'm gonna look suspicious with all of the things from my past, and it's just if Miss Lang's the killer, I'll be your alibi. But really, that's good for her
Yeah.
because we find out that Mr. Branson, what he was really doing was in the hotel room waiting for Jake to give him $10,000 for Mr. Branson to leave Lakewood. So is this what the mayor was having Jake do?
He was probably paying him $10,000 to do something that now I guess Kieran's aunt might do. I think that's why.
I think it was to
Yeah,
get Branson
so-
out of town. So he
I don't think I think he did something for he was supposed to do something for Brooke's dad at that farmhouse or something, and he was going to pay him money.
I think he
Okay.
was
Or you think it's just
the
give him money to get him out of town?
Yeah, because with all of the scandals that the mayor had going on at the time, the last thing he needed was that his daughter was sleeping with Branson, or if that's going to continue to go on, and it just he doesn't need that. He's the mayor. He's getting reelected, so get that guy out of the picture. Get out of town, Branson. There's one problem taken care of. $10,000. Jake will be his little guinea. Do whatever he needs to do because Jake was blackmailing the mayor.
Did he know though? Did
that's
Brooke's
what I was
dad
gonna
know
say.
about her sleeping with the teacher?
Did anybody know?
Yeah, aside from her friends.
Right. I
That's
don't
the
know.
I think that it started to come out because then he was in jail for a while because he looked suspicious because of whatever's going on with Brooke. The previous town he lived in, he had some things going on with another girl. Her name's Caitlin.
Right. And they did find them at the theater, remember? Back in season 1 when they were hooking up in the theater, and then the killer showed up, and then the cops showed up, and then they arrested Branson.
Right.
So I know that they've been caught together. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess maybe time will tell.
So Brooke leaves Mr. B all tied up. She threatens to cut off little B. Is that what she
Little
called
B, little Branson.
So she doesn't, and she leaves. And immediately, you guys knew, didn't you?
Yeah, it was done.
He was
dead.
just gonna
He was dead.
die.
Yeah.
It was so like she left him locked up. You can't be left locked up blindfolded in Lakewood and survive. You're done. It's dead.
That, yeah.
Just proving that it's Miss Lang.
I thought he was just going to die of starvation.
don't-
I didn't think the killer was going to come in.
That murder scene was really hard to watch.
Did he die though? He just got his.
Oh, you don't think he died? Maybe.
We didn't see the death.
That's true.
Yeah.
We just
That's
saw the
true.
nub get ironed.
Oh my gosh. Maybe he was doing that so that, like, he doesn't lose blood. Right? It like
That's
seals
true.
it.
Why
I think. Listen, I think he
And
cut off the
then-
hand for the fingerprints. So the killer's gonna take the hand and use Branson's fingerprints to frame him for some stuff.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Because because what Pegah's saying is true though. Like, why would she? Usually, when someone has a wound and they cauterize it with heat, is to stop the bleeding.
Right.
Maybe
Why-
he'll need the other hand later, so the killer just keep him fed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like they kept him like that's to keep him alive. When you cauterize someone, why? Yeah. Why would the killer's keeping him alive then? Isn't that what that means?
I guess.
can't
We'll
read
see.
it.
We have Branson is not dead yet. The official Scream Twitter said he's now in the killer's hands.
Oh, pun intended. Wow. To torture him, they're saying, too. Which, yeah. That was so brutal to watch, though. We
Yeah.
were all like, ah.
Or to jump on Miss McInerney's theory, maybe it's the teacher. She's punishing him for sleeping with the girl.
What is
but she-
it? You can't beat a woman's scorn. Nothing.
Oh, something. Yeah, woman scorn.
Scorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
so-
thought that was Miss Lang too, walking in there.
But
She was
still
mad.
she still likes him, so she doesn't want to kill him. So she's just punishing him.
You don't know how crazy she is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, clearly he's still alive.
Yeah, creepy.
Like, why would what would there be to gain in torturing him?
I don't
Right.
know.
That's what we have to look at, right? What's there to
killer
gain?
wants to do, right? Create this. He wants to torture.
But why not just kill him? Because he has no problem killing people and keeping the bodies. Why keep him alive?
He
Right.
toyed with Jake too, though, for a while.
He did keep him alive for. Well, I mean, didn't he just move him to a different location then kill him? Or
Yeah,
he,
but
he kept him alive for a bit.
Kind of toyed with him and left him those notes and kind of gave him hope that he could escape, like a Saw movie. But then he really didn't escape. He got murdered.
But then now it's like if we start seeing Branson's fingerprints show up, it's kind of obvious. We know that the hand is now detached.
But they don't.
Yeah,
They
could
don't.
think it's Branson.
Yeah, if he continues to be locked up there and right. I don't know.
Oh yeah, even if he does end up getting killed, I feel like the killer's gonna hide that body just to make it look
Like it was
Just
him.
like Tyler in the first season. Like how they thought it was Tyler at Nina's boyfriend. But we saw his head episode 1. He was dead, you know, but everybody
that's
thought it
right.
was him for so long. So
That's true.
So what is the mayor? I know we touched on this a little bit, but what is he? Okay, what job does he have
want?
for Aunt Tina? Honestly, what does he
Yeah.
want anytime
I don't-
ever?
I think it's the job that Jake was supposed to do but didn't finish. You say to give money to Branson. I think it's something. I thought he wanted to go to the farm or something. I thought that's what the text was saying, didn't it?
Right? Yeah, he lured him over there for some reason.
Some farm thing.
But like, oh, I don't know, you guys. I don't trust him. I've always said that. I think he's so creepy. He's so creepy.
I don't
The
trust
dad,
him
Brooke's
either,
dad.
I don't like Aunt Tina either.
Yeah.
What does she want?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure her out.
She's thirsty.
Yeah,
She is thirsty.
Yeah, I think I know what she wants. But
Yeah.
but what else aside from that
Isn't
does she
this what
want?
I'm here for?
Like I'm in town, but maybe
Yeah.
she wants that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out her game plan.
Yeah, Eli wasn't in this episode either.
Yeah.
Maybe he was as the killer.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Let's talk about this huge thing with Audrey and Noah initially suspecting Audrey and
Audrey.
You guys, I love Noah
Me too.
so much.
Me too.
I love him more and more every episode.
Yeah.
He's just so genuine and heartfelt, and he likes Audrey, and she like shot him down, and that's so sad.
we've guessed that too,
Yeah.
that maybe deep down he's always
Yeah.
had something that he never really knew.
Well, I mean, she's bi-curious, so she's still, you know, she's
But they're
still
brother and sister, kind of, you know?
Oh.
Or in her opinion.
In her opinion, it's I never realized how much I liked Noah until I really thought that he might die.
He was
When
so
I thought
sweet.
when I thought he was gonna die, I was just like, oh my god, they can't really kill Noah, can they?
No.
Like I really started freaking out. Like he's become one of my favorite characters. He's become my favorite character.
Yeah, he's
Like
my
you just root
favorite.
for him.
I love that he tells the truth and he starts going on about everything. He doesn't really like his cat. Like, it just everything
Yeah.
spills out at the moment that he thinks he's not going to survive.
And it's his innocence that it's it's so cute.
But that's why I knew, like, she was too calm. Because he was, like, spitting out all this stuff. She was just like, what? I don't know. Just, like, too chill to be actually kidnapped.
And why would she be? She's like, I was parked out in the alleyway.
I know, but
No.
I thought I missed something. I was like, did I miss
I
something?
know. I was like, why
Did
were
I?
you sitting
Why
over
is she
there?
What
I
is
really
the
want-
deal with that entire situation?
I don't know. Audrey lost so many. I mean, it was just like, what is she doing when she did that? I was just confused. I mean, I don't think she's the killer, but I was just confused as to why she did that.
So Noah he was lured by Eddie, who we know is dead,
Yeah.
but he thinks Eddie's still alive, and Eddie's going to reveal if Audrey was the accomplice that he saw, that Piper's accomplice or not. So they're lured to this carnival, right, the fairgrounds, and Noah goes in by himself and then realizes, okay, this is not a good idea, and he comes out and he gets, what is that stuff called? When they
Chloroform.
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 So
Okay.
I've heard.
you're the killer. No, the person.
Chloroform.
The person that did that to Noah had the mask on, right?
The person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
she
the
was wearing the costume.
was wearing the costume. Why does she have the costume? She says, I did. Okay, what is her whole point? She says, I did this to you, Noah, to get you here to tell you the truth.
I guess to prove that she's not the
She
killer.
did
She's
way more last season than just lure Piper there. And, like, Piper promised it wasn't her. That's like, she
think she's holding
definitely.
back?
You think she's done more?
Well, like when it keeps mentioning it, but when Piper and Will were both kidnapped, there was another killer there. That was probably Audrey wearing the stuff.
Oh.
You know? Like, she definitely helped with the killing. And I don't know why, like, she kidnapped him just to tell him that little bit. When, like, if the killer knows that she helped him. I don't know.
How is her kidnapping Noah like that proving that she's not the killer?
Yeah, that kind of went over my head.
Do you guys know?
Well, she thought that since they were both kidnapped, then he wouldn't assume it's her. But then when she found out the real killer was there, she's like, oh, no, I did this.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah.
she wasn't going to tell him
Yeah.
until she found out that Noah was lured in by the real killer.
Yeah.
She was going to
okay.
play out the whole scenario.
Yeah.
So then it looks
Which,
like
how
she's not
would
the
she?
killer.
Yeah.
Like, how,
Right.
how was this gonna end? Was he gonna fall asleep and she would wake up and be like, oh, we're okay?
She probably faked like, oh, hey, look, I untied myself.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
I feel like she looks more suspicious to Noah now, although when she does reveal what she did, which was bring Piper to Lakewood because she wanted to create a documentary about Brandon James and she wanted her to help research. I feel like, and Noah just kind of accepted that and called her a victim. You know, you're not a monster. You're the victim here. I feel like somewhere though he's smarter than that. He's gonna say this looks a little suspicious. There's got to be more to the story. I'm just gonna let you think that I'm okay with this.
So we think that Audrey is more involved, but do we think that she's ever actually killed? I think she's
I
actually
don't, but
Could be. I mean, I'm not against it.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
watched the pilot of again because my
Okay.
mom was in town and I was like, she'd like this show. And it shows when Piper and Audrey first met. And Piper's like, oh, you look familiar. And she's like, I don't know. You might have seen a
Yes.
video because that one video leaked. So it's like, why would she hide the fact that she brought Piper there to do a documentary? Like, why would she
Right.
be ashamed of that?
Right, and
You know?
there's something more there. In the first episode, in the pilot, we
Yeah.
see Audrey take down a picture of her and Emma, and underneath
Brandon
it was
James.
Brandon James. And I've always wondered, what is her connection to Brandon James? There's something there.
And she kind of explains how he was an outcast. She feels like an outcast sometimes. And as a teenager, maybe you're like, okay, you become obsessed with somebody's story that you relate to.
well, yeah,
An
like she blames
outcast
society.
that murdered people.
But she blames Lakewood. She says society made him into a killer.
Exactly.
That's how she looks at it.
So maybe society made her into a killer too, if she thinks she's got so much in common with him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. She well, it would because I think that look, the killer, the partner has to be a dude, only because purely based off sexist speculation, all this manhandling, it has to be done by a man because it can't. I just don't think a woman could be.
Have you
out
seen my
over-muscled.
guns?
I just don't think.
Girl.
I don't think any of the girls
Girls
there.
are pretty strong.
I don't think any of the girls
Audrey
there.
was boxing, man.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
man.
Audrey's the only one. If it was a girl, it has to be Audrey. Because she's the only one who can handle herself. She knows how to fight.
Miss Lang could box too.
Miss Lang, she's wafy. She can't do nothing.
We don't know though.
we don't
She
know.
might be able to.
But she could be
Listen.
with Kieran. She could be playing the same game with Branson and Brooke.
Could be.
It could be Lang and Kieran hooking up.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Kieran, no.
Talk a little bit about Emma.
Hold real quick.
What? You tell me.
Yeah.
I really want Audrey and Noah to get together. I really like that. I mean, I really like. Right? Does anyone else feel that same way?
I don't think
really.
it's gonna happen.
I hate Audrey, so and I love Noah.
I don't think
I
it's
love
gonna
them.
happen though, because
not.
she loves him, but not in that way.
She can maybe fall. I don't know.
But you know,
Maybe he's gonna save her, and then she's gonna be like, my hero.
Yeah, they said Audrey overpowered Will, because in
she kidnapped
That's
him.
true. That's true.
Audrey's
Boxing,
strong
bro.
for sure.
Yeah, I think if it's a woman, I think it's Audrey because Audrey can fight. She's shown, and she really looks like when they had that scene of her kickboxing. She had the tape on her foot, the tape on her hand. And she was really going in.
I love strong women.
It was actually very attractive, to be honest with you. She looked pretty. She
Right?
was pretty sexy doing that.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk a little bit about Emma.
I'll talk more about her looking sexy. That was pretty. No, I'm playing. All right.
Emma, she was very quick to stand up for Audrey. I feel like I don't know how to feel about Emma sometimes because she got herself in trouble trusting people, yet she still trusts
Does
people.
it, yeah.
And she just continues to do that. And I think you have to, in this kind of a situation, you have to be kind of your own best friend until you find out a little bit more information and kind of be wary of who you're trusting, even if they are your boyfriend,
Yes.
parents, friends, whatever they are. Just be
Yeah.
careful.
Emma's my least favorite. 'Cause I don't think, out of all the girls I've seen, all the male characters, I think Emma's the least intelligent. She just always does something to me where I'm just like, I just don't think she's that smart. I don't think her mom's that smart
Guys.
either. I think it's in her genes.
She leads with emotion.
You know, I don't think she makes smart decisions.
Yeah.
But she does tell, like, she told Kieran, like, about how she lied. And I don't know, I feel like she's telling Kieran too much.
Everything.
Yeah. And that's what happened with Sydney, too, in Scream, because she trusted her boyfriend, and he killed, you know, all her
and
friends.
he killed her.
Not her.
Well, her, everyone else.
But I think it's, she does go too much, what you said, lead with emotions.
Yeah.
Too much.
I was really proud of her mom, Maggie, when she said, "You're not going anywhere. We still don't know what happened to Jake." I was like, "Oh, finally!"
It's about time.
But really, though, she should have been keeping her eye on Emma because Emma just got out of the house anyway.
Like, without any...
No problem.
Yeah.
And what is going on? Who did the flat tire? Was it Kieran? To try to was it the mom maybe to stop her?
Oh, it could be Kieran because he could be like playing that game like, oh, you lied to me, so I'm gonna tell the cops that you're crazy.
Kieran's luring Noah possibly to kill Noah. He didn't know Audrey was going there to do whatever Audrey had planned to free herself from Noah's mind, but Kieran wanted to stop Emma from going, help her with the tire. That way he has an eye on her and he can watch her if she does go. He can't
just
kill
be
Noah.
there at the right place at the right
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Because he just came right around the corner at the most convenient time, looked like the killer.
And the killer disappeared all of a sudden.
He's the
looks-
concerned
Again,
boyfriend.
Too easy. Too easy.
I know, but
What?
if it's two people, I think there's a partnership going on.
Okay.
There's two people.
Okay.
But I do think Kieran. It's hard for me not to think that Kieran's one of them. He has to be. If you look at season 1 to season 2, it has to be.
He's too calm too, like to I don't know.
And he's telling the sheriff everything, so he's got the sheriff wrapped around his finger, as in, oh, I'm looking out for Emma, so I'm going to tell you this information, but now the sheriff's going to trust Kieran, and Kieran's got the sheriff wrapped around his finger and taking the story however Kieran wants the sheriff to take the story.
Yeah. And the sheriff found out that the emails were coming from Emma just to make her the killer's trying to make everybody think Emma's crazy, and I think Kieran's really playing to that. Like, oh, like maybe you should have stayed in the mental institution a few episodes ago, and now he's going to the sheriff telling him, oh, I do have to tell you about Emma. It's him. It's him.
So, not the average fangirl saying Kieran has never been attacked, which is true.
Yep.
But we also have two people that we have not accounted for this episode, and Zion Smith mentioned Zoe
Yeah. And Eli.
and Eli, right?
That's
so, where were they? What are they up to?
Somebody mentioned in the comments that Eli and Kieran are the killers, and I could see that.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit last week, too.
Eli the cousin? Eli's the cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
How they could be pretending that they're not getting along, but working together at the same time.
So wait, what do I haven't seen them make any mention of Brandon James' brother since he got mentioned.
Troy.
Like why? Like it has to play a factor in this, right?
Troy is
Like that was
Maybe.
it wasn't just. It's not just a one and done. Like she went to the freaking his farmhouse.
Yeah, no.
They got kidnapped there. Like it's.
I thought we would at least meet Troy last season, even. I feel like we need him. We need answers.
Maybe Kieran and the cousin are the kids. Actually, no, they're not. Sorry.
No, well, see, that's what I thought was the sheriff. Kieran's dad might have been
The brother?
Troy, but he's not, and he wasn't because Maggie had a relationship with him, and unless Maggie's lying to us.
She could be. She lies about everything.
Right. So that could be maybe still a possibility. But then we have Eli saying his dad ran away. Maybe his dad is Troy.
Could be.
Kieran's the cousin of Eli, who is the son of Troy. I don't know. And then maybe that reason Kieran's looking out for his Uncle Troy.
Maybe. There's so many hypotheses.
So many things.
Hypotheses.
But then who would be related to Troy and Brandon James for Kieran to be the cousin?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, what's going on with this IP address? Kevin received emails from Riley, who has been dead for a long time. What were the emails saying again? What?
Just come to Lakewood. Emma needs you, I think. And that's why he's like, oh, okay, I'll come to Lakewood. And apparently it was Emma saying that, which is not true.
Yeah, I think she got hacked.
Unless this whole time we're annoyed with all the things that she's doing. We don't suspect her. We think she's weak. She's too weak-minded, and she's the killer.
How is she would have had to have orchestrated this whole thing.
No.
Unless she's schizophrenic and she has a second personality.
I think that would just make us lose our trust in the show.
Yeah, that's too extra.
Yeah,
that's too extra.
They like to know that you're guessing, so they drop hints and stuff. So I don't think they're.
Yeah.
It's been the mother the whole time.
It's never the lead protagonist. It's not.
Unless, since it's never the lead protagonist, it is.
But it has to make sense. It has to make sense. And
they
they
jump
do.
in the shark big time.
Yeah. Why would the killer attract her dad to Lakewood? What is the why? Why do that?
Just to plant the crazy seed, like to show everybody, oh, he is crazy. Oh, she's gonna be like her dad, crazy. You know, just like how Haley said last episode, whenever there's murder, there's always a crazy Duval standing at the end.
There you go.
Just to plant this whole thing like Emma's crazy. Everybody thinks that.
Kieran could have access to her laptop too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I saw a comment early on, I'm not sure who said it, but that Haley is one of the killers.
Oh gosh, Haley.
I think she's an annoying teenage
Yeah,
girl.
she needs to go away.
Haley's the...
But that comment there.
The girl at the school, like the prankster girl.
Oh.
But the comment, if she says there's a crazy Duval and she's trying to plant the craziness, that could link her to it a little bit, right? I don't know.
Haley's got to die.
You guys, every week I'm like, okay, I'm gonna know who it is this week, and I'm still equally as confused.
Well, good. I'm glad we don't know now, because it's like we got 8 episodes, 8 7.
Left.
I mean, if we found out now, I think by episode 11. So I think there's gonna be maybe 4 or 5 more episodes where we're still like, who is it? But by episode 11, we're gonna have. I think it's gonna be the circle's gonna get closer.
Nobody
I'm gonna
it's
still
gonna
say
be
Kieran and Miss Lang.
Okay, let's jump into predictions right now. I think we covered everything in the episode.
Hi, TJ.
Oh well, he recorded Audrey too.
Oh yes.
Well, yeah.
Your
That was crazy.
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
But it's not live. But his podcast isn't live.
No, but do you think he meant to do that?
Wait,
no.
He was looking at it, wasn't he?
Is it live?
It's not
No.
live.
Are you sure? I think he meant to do that because I think what I said earlier about Noah being quick to listen to her and forgive her and call her the victim, he has to be smart. We know Noah is very smart. He's smarter than just believing her immediately. Things look shady. It looked shady that she staged that whole thing and captured him at the fun house.
And he knows like horror movies, you know, he knows how killers work to be like, oh no, I'm good, I did this.
Right.
So I think he knows better.
I don't know. I don't think that he recorded on purpose. I think he was doing the mic check. She walked in and maybe it accidentally. I don't know.
But
why?
we do.
Just why would he do that? He loves Audrey so much. It's like his BFF. Like, frame her like that and try to expose her like that. It's just not his MO.
Trust no one though at this point.
Yeah, but I trust Noah.
We do see that they're listening to it, you know, so he does post it.
Yeah, there was you saw. Yeah,
Zoe was listening
to it. Zoe was checking it out. Yeah.
Zoe hears it.
Zoe.
Emma's mad at Kieran again, and the sheriff says to Maggie in the previews, "This is about Emma, and it could be our fault."
Yeah, because it's showing like her little Emma and the farm and stuff, a picture.
So what does that mean? It could be our fault.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is
They're
he
not-
Troy?
80. I don't know.
No.
Is he Troy and the mom's
sheriff?
just not coming clean about it yet? Yeah.
The sheriff?
Yeah.
I hope not. Only because that would make it more difficult to blame Troy.
And Stavo's his son, and he was drawing pictures of pigs. Maybe he has memories at the pig farm.
Oh, that's.
I know
damn
if
it.
he's been in like, I don't know, isn't.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the mayor was Troy? Not
don't
surprised.
think-
No, I don't think so.
Just in my face.
Okay, so let's go around the table. Who do you think is the killer, and who do you think is going to die next?
Seriously.
Katie. I'm right now. All signs. I'm still feeling Kieran.
Okay.
Kieran.
You did it.
Kieran.
Woo!
And
Kieran.
who's going to die next?
I mean, let's kill someone that that we don't like. How about Haley?
I was gonna say that.
You know what I mean? She's so annoying. I mean, they're kids. I don't see any of them die. Blah blah blah. But man, if you're gonna get somebody, get her pretentious ass.
Yeah.
She's getting on my nerves.
Okay, I'm gonna say the killer is either Brooke's dad or Miss Lang.
Brooke's dad. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. It's different.
I think he's just a bad man.
Yeah.
Just because he's a politician. I don't
Yeah.
think.
And then who's gonna die? I mean, Haley.
Yeah.
I'd love her to just die.
Everybody in the chat would too.
Yeah.
Nobody likes her.
'Cause she's
Who
just.
said no? No, like she's not gonna die. Or
Down
no?
with Haley.
I don't know. There's a lot of down with Haley.
I wasn't here last week, so I just caught up with that episode last night, and man, I hated her so much in
Yeah,
that episode.
annoying.
So annoying.
She was oh my goodness.
Well, I think you guys know who I think it is. Kieran and Miss Lang. I think Branson's gonna be dead because we didn't see him die. So that's kind of a cheat answer because he's almost dying.
You don't
Okay.
think it's gonna be alive with no hand?
Maybe. Do you think? See, I think it's definitely Miss Lang because she's probably chopping off the one that he masturbates with or something. You know, just being like.
She
Chop
knows. She
Like
knows.
being like a angry ex-girlfriend. Well, now
Chopping
they're
off
gonna
the old
be
pleasure
dead.
maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
okay.
it's Kieran or Miss Lang, and Haley's gonna die, and then Mr. Branson's gonna die. But Mr. Branson is gonna stick around a little bit longer.
You
I
know,
think so too.
Real quick to piggyback off the Mr. Branson thing, if he does survive, it could be a key plot point in Brooke and Stavo's relationship, because if he survives and he has one hand, Brooke will feel bad for him because of her.
Oh.
And then
I don't think-
then she can end up hooking up with him again and ruin her situation with Stavo.
I hope she doesn't go with Stavo first, because I think she could find,
Someone
a
who's
guy
not-
with a good personality,
Yeah.
not a guy that
like
draws bloody
Stavo.
pigs.
It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna happen though.
Yeah, but I could see
She's
that- I could see
already
that
like
happening.
gravitating towards.
Because she
him.
likes tormented guys.
Yeah.
She's
We just-
tormented herself.
I know.
So we see some craziness out of Brooke this episode. I'm really excited for next week. The show is so much fun to watch. Where can everybody find you, Michael?
They can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL, and same crap on Instagram.
You can find me on all social media at Pegah Rad.
I'm Kelly McInerney. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at HollyWeirdo or Snapchat Kelly McInerney with 3 L's.
3. You can find me on Twitter, Katie with 3 E's Campbell, Instagram at KatieCampbell13, and YouTube.com/KatieCampbellOnline. Until next week, guys.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.